right, here we are in a beautiful mid-morning Reno, Carson City, Nevada. I was just in Reno. Anyway, we're covering a really special car. This car's been part of the family for more than 22 years. It's an absolutely special 1970 Chevelle SS L34 396 big block, factory 4-speed, 331 posi rear end. Cars like this are really hard to find. This particular gentleman is retired from Summit Racing here in the Reno Sparks area. He purchased this car here in the Reno area from a gentleman that had had it many years. It is 34,500 actual miles on it. It's a really neat car. All the years he's owned it, he's never done any paint work or anything like that. A lot of the paint on the car, a good portion of the paint, is all original to the car. It's a forest green, code 48. Underneath the hood, as far as we can tell, we'll have pictures of the suffix pad and transmission and that kind of stuff as we walk around the car here at spudsgarage.com. We'll get a lot of information before we leave here. It's finished in forest green, green interior, 34,000 actual miles. It was originally sold in Sanger, California to a gentleman named Rex Martin, I believe. We have the original Certicard for you that we're going to cover. As we go underneath the, we'll get farther into the video here, and we do it in segments, so you know, like we usually do. All the paint on this car is just, it's got good character and patina. It's not perfect. This gentleman calls it his cruiser. It's an excellent cruiser. He's done light upgrades over the years. We'll talk about that some underneath the hood, but basically they were just minor things that made it more of his cruiser. In other words, a distributor, ignition, carburetor replacement, taking the California smog air pump off it. That's all those components. He knows well enough to retain all those original components, and they are included with the car. He's going to lay all that out, and we'll cover the photos of that for you. We'll actually at Spud's Garage have pictures of the suffix pad, so you'll see this car's got original character on the nose here. He did clear coat the hood because he wanted the stripes to be preserved, so to speak. So there's a little bit of clear coat on the nose here. As far as we know, all the chrome, all the glass on this car is original soft ray glass. The tires are a little bit dated on the car. He's owned it a lot of years, so we'll cover that on the undercarriage videos. We do a walk around here. Again, forest green. You could pick it for little stuff here and there. The windshield itself is the original windshield from what we can tell. It's got the soft ray safety glass in it. There's a little bit of a wiper scratch here. There's a little bit of a small star over there that's not in the driver's view. The cover here as we walk around. Let me step back and let you give you a little bit of look here. Pretty car. Original factory rally wheels, 14-inch rally wheels. That's what they were at the time. So you're looking at a very original car. When we get inside here, you're going to find all original upholstery in this car, which really supports and goes along with the mileage. He purchased it with actual miles from the prior owner, and it's an actual mile car, which is what you'll be purchasing. This is all original upholstery in the car, all original door panels. This is a perfect, he calls it his cruiser. This is a perfect kind of car that you preserve the way it is and you enjoy it just the way it is. I dig original cars. Sometimes we get a little bit too stuffy about our cars. All original headliner, the dome light works, original visors. He has updated gauges because they had idiot lights. So, and he's also done a Hurst shifter in it because the gates got pretty loose in these, and they weren't, they improved the product, and Hurst made a product. The original shifter and all the gate assemblies included with the car. Again, that goes along with the things that he'd changed. It has the original steering wheel in it. You can see the dashes. We'll go ahead and cover the Certicard right here while we're in here. It's up in here. He said he didn't even notice it for years till he saw that little pocket up there. Here's where it was purchased at Stockburger Chevrolet in Sanger, California. I'll get the camera on it there. Rex Martin in Mariposa, California. Original owner's manual. It goes up in a nice little pocket here and it preserves it well. Factory air conditioning car. Kind of a neat option car. It's pretty hard to find a L34 350 horse big block car SS with factory air, factory 4-speed, factory power disc brakes. Got a lot of neat options on it. Gentleman's performance car is what this girl is right here. Door jamb to door jamb, solid. You can see a little bit of a paint line here, like this quarter's had a little bit of refinish at one time, probably from garage things, but this owner's never done any paint on it. The doors just shut beautifully, as you would expect from a non-restored car. Preserved car, it's a well-preserved car. Has exhaust-wise, he's put Flowmaster exhaust on it, dual exit, Flowmaster mufflers. It's got a great sound to it. Body straight, rust-free, rock solid. There are a couple little spots that are atypical when I say rust-free. Rock solid floor pans, that kind of thing. These little bumps here have been there since the day he got it. They're very typical for picking up dirt up into the fenders here. So there's a little bit on both sides. It's just the bottom side of the fender. That's an easy fix, an easy blend. Quarters, I've been in the trunk, I've looked up in the wheel wells. We'll cover that with you when we go around with the walk around the video on the undercarriage. Hang on to the end of the video. He's updated the tail lights here with GM replacements, so the original tail lights that he took out are included with the car. 70 SS L34. A little trivia, the 396 was actually during this year actually a 402 cubic inch. They did the same thing with trucks. The C10s about the same years had a 396 in it. Or actually they called them a 400 and they were 402s. Little trivia. Again, it's not perfect, it's not brand new, it's not expected to be that way, but good, honest, solid cars like this are like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Pick it for a garage thing. There's a little bit of a garage scratch here. It's always been kept indoors. This little fender I talked about too, same thing here. These bubbles have been there since the day he got it. It's just an atypical spot. Again, hang on to the end of the video, we'll cover more. We'll go around with the camera and catch the undercarriage. I go deep into these before I open up a camera. Floor pans, rock solid, trunk, that kind of thing. Original upholstery, original seat belts. It has the overhead restraints on it, right there. It's got the buzzer for when the key's in the ignition. Get in here and sit down, shut this door. Original steering wheel on it, original SS steering wheel. Has 34,556 miles. Sold as actual miles. Dash pad on this is just beautiful. It's not a respray either. Fire this girl up. His cruiser, it's cruised several nights at Reno to August nights. 60 pounds of oil pressure right there. Almost 60 at idle. Liquid filled Pro Comp gauges. I don't think he has a vacuum gauge hooked up. It's running 170 or so. Again, the air conditioning needs to be charged. We'll cover that underneath the hood with you a little bit. All the idiot lights still work, but you know, a good car guy wants to know what his oil pressure and his temp is, and that's what you got there. Factory power steering car. Sweet. Really nice car. Get out and let you hear it run. Get a good feel for it. About time we tell you to get in, go to spudsgarage.com. We'll have plenty more for you. Have a great day. Hang on to the end of the video. All right, my favorite part, I love getting the engine compartment, you know that. Really honest car, top to bottom, inside and out. I know I've said that during the walk around, but this is a really nice car. When it comes to originality, they're only original once. There's the original data tag underneath the hood here. Share that with you. 4848 is the forest green paint code. 7013637. We'll decode that at Spud's Garage for you here once we get back to the office like we usually do. We know a little bit about these cars and understand them well. Original 34,000 mile car. The owners had the engine out of the car just to go through and check everything out. Nothing was really done other than gaskets. He checked it. It's still a standard bore, 396. From what we can tell, it has the correct suffix code. We'll have pictures of that at Spud's Garage, and it's got the last 6 of the VIN on down here on the block. It's really hard to capture that. I'm not going to be able to do it today. Original quadrajet intake manifold. Most people didn't know these were advertised as 396 cubic inches, but they were actually a 402 cubic inch. It's rated at 350 horsepower. They're really light on these. Again, the owner said he's kept a lot of the things he's taken off over the years. It's got a Edelbrock replacement for the quadrajet on it, the GM quadrajet, but the owner has the original GM quadrajet. It also is an original California emissions car. He has all the original smog pump and everything that goes into the exhaust manifolds. These are the original exhaust manifolds and heads and intake manifold that's on this car. He also has it has an MSD billet distributor in it. You'll see it over there. And a MSD blaster coil, and here's a multiple spark discharge box right here. It's a 6A box. He has the original distributor and all the components and the coil. So we'll have a photo at Spud's Garage. He's going to lay all that stuff out. It's an original factory air car. You can tell by the plenum over there in the housing. He's went through and put all new components in it. It's got a brand new compressor in it, a brand new receiver dryer over here. He's never juiced it up, but all the components are there, and there are a few extra parts that are included with it. Just a good, honest car underneath the hood here. Runs flawlessly. Has a factory 4-speed in it. 12-bolt posi, 331 ratio, correct, sir? You'll see the forest green, how it leads along the fenders here. We talked about the paint as we walked around the car. Original steel cowl hood on it. Anyway, hang on to the end of the video. Go to spudsgarage.com. I dig cars like this. Have a great day. Alright, he's turning around so I can photograph the other side. Alright, we'll get in the trunk here and share the trunk with you. Bottom side of the deck lid, all original finish here. Obviously you can tell it's the forest green. Jack sticker's been peeled off of there at one time during its life or fell off. Anyway, the trunk is extremely solid. California to Carson City, Nevada area, like we talked about during the walk around. I often repeat myself in these videos, but I cover different segments. Make sure I cover everything. We've been down underneath. It's rock solid all the way into the quarters here. I don't see any metal work done on this ever. It's got air shocks in the back here, an air shock fitting there. It has the original spare rim and jack that is included with the car. We took it out so you could see the whole trunk. Originally would have had a gray mat in here. It does not have a gray mat. It's gray. It's black carpet. Alright, we're going to get you the undercarriage and cover the undercarriage with you at the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed listening to us. I know I repeat myself sometimes, but I do these in segments. He's had the engine out. We covered that in the engine compartment and went through all the gaskets on it. Appears to be all original numbers, that kind of thing. 34,000 actual. Factory suspension. Nothing's been modified on this car other than the exhaust and the things we talked about underneath the hood. The tires are date coated on it. In other words, if you're really going to do some serious driving, you'll want to put some new rubber on it. The tread's great. No checking or anything because this car's always been indoors. Talked about having a little bit of a bubble right there. Atypical. Floor pans are all original. All original chassis here. Factory suspension, factory frame. This is a 12-bolt posi 331 ratio, verified. Flowmaster dual exhaust like we talked about. I got down on the ground in his garage floor and looked underneath this thing really good. Nice, solid, honest car. Just what a 34,000 actual mile car would look like or should look like. Even the wheel wells, I got up in the wheel wells. I don't know that I can get up in there, but they are rock solid dry. Bottom of the rockers are nice. Go to spudsgarage.com. This one's not perfect, it's not brand new, and not intended to be that way. Got good character, it's the real thing, boys. Have a great day. Go to spudsgarage.com. Thanks for listening to me.
All right, he's gonna fire it up, take it back to his garage. Definitely part of the family. Could be going to your garage. Thanks for coming. Make sure you go to Spud's Garage, and thanks for coming to Spud's Garage. Have a great day.